A first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of
give me
9
that.
here up to the 34. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
On second down, it's Cook again.
Damn!
Right away, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Dalvin Cook fumbled.
He's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble loss on your first drive in your own
first drive of the game.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here, because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up.
That's the shit I go through.
How does your own defense feel now, having to go out there
That's
and
how I
stop
lose my
them
games.
when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
They'll try and run for it with Barkley.
He got
a good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Barkley again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you...
Oh!
For the Steelers, touchdown!
That's stupid.
A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead.
Well, game just started.
Extra point right
Let's
down
go
the
to
middle.
touchdown.
And that makes the score 7-0.
That was retarded. Stop! Stop!
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I must still keep going to Dalvin though. Even though he fumbled. Is that a smart idea, y'all?
Coming up now to start their next drive.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong with this man shit, bro.
That led to a touchdown. That's a no-no.
He fumbled again.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to get this one
what
to
can I
the
do about that?
23-yard line. So they elect to decline.
Dalvin.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
All right.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Completes it to the fullback Ham. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position.
Every single time.
No one was fooled on that play.
No,
this
lost
is
yardage.
successful.
You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 15-yard line.
You going to watch it,
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
You had some on your face. Alright, you said go conservative. I'm gonna do that. I ain't gonna give up on my run game. I'll be doing that. I think that's how I'll be losing. I give up on the run game so early, even though it's working.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield.
What team is that?
In this case, he picks up a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I got 3.
Derek Barnes able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A give. This is Cook. And he's got some space here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Almost all the way to the
Shoot.
44 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to the ground, Cook.
Touchdown. Oh, let's go, Dalvin. You keep running that thing, boy.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Handoff comes to Cook.
Get in there. Let's go!
In for a Jets touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again.
7-10.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
I'm streaming.
McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with
Rush
you.
defense.
I like it is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns. 2nd and
10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Mayfield on play action. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Wow.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score a touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, he comes from.
Force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Oh,
there he goes, right side.
Damn.
And he brings this one back.
He came out of nowhere.
For a Steeler touchdown. remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example.
What defense?
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Just tough.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
He said, what's up?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now Saquon Barkley. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And this is right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Straight.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And it's caught. Touchdown. Great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team,
Lord Jesus,
they will send this one away.
Some games, I guess.
Pettis now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
Look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Go watch Baby JoJo.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Oh my God!
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him.
That's crazy, bro.
For a Steelers touchdown.
Oh, my God.
Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year.
That's it.
And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Anybody else, that would be a pick.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Drop.
Pettis now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's get this game over with.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. play action. They'll throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
Oh, shit.
As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Fourth down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Returnable here from the 38. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Sure.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Barkley a first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Of course.
And that one was relatively easy to see.
Of
I noticed that
course.
from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. They'll go to Barkley again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not
I kind of figured that, Mark.
enemy territory.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mayfield now. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Randy Gregory. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, he's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On second and goal, Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
God.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time.
Crazy,
separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. Barkley, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1
This
more.
man is scoring off some bullshit, bro.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pettis now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, my God.
Williams once more, complete. And this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over
that can
an
go
excellent
wrong
field position.
every single game, bro. That shit is crazy.
A first down carry for Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage.
I still don't see
He'll take
how
that
this
anytime you
man
hand the ball to a
defense.
back.
I still don't see it.
5 yards remain on second down. To throw, Mayfield. And the Jets pressure too much as down he
This man is
goes.
trash, bro.
He
It's
couldn't
just
get
everything
away.
can
He'll
go
wind
wrong
up
in
losing
man.
a dozen
Happens to me
yards,
every
a
single game.
12-yard
This shit's
loss,
crazy.
and it brings up third.
Nothing I can do about it either. Nothing.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
No, you can't have no crackers now. You better go night-night. Tomorrow. You get crackers tomorrow, okay?
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's a give to Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Doesn't matter, though.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. They're going to look to throw.
That's the same shit he scored off.
Their struggles continue.
That's the same shit.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And it's going to be a drop. Last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field.
Cursed.
It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And they were
that is crazy, man.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
Get your ass out, Kenny.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
You gonna play like that? Get out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Kenny in right now. Piss me off. There's no way he should.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
We got the hunt.
Take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 103 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Ken, I don't want you to do what you just did. Putting a rookie in.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. A little juke. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
Check 50.
And Barkley will try to punch.
Where are you going? Oh my God, that is crazy.
It's another.
This man, he ran straight. He run straight to the man. My man goes to the right. He's like, I don't want no part of that.
Running game that gets him home.
That shit's crazy.
The defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
It's hard to explain shit like that.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw. That's caught out left by Perriman. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Toward the pylon, caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Every game is like this, bro.
Right down the middle.
Only time
and the lead is down to 24.
Every game. You get bullshit throughout
and
the game.
McGinnis with a kickoff
Fourth
on
quarter like a minute left. All right, we got you, dog. It's crazy.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Again, it's Barkley. Powers through. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.